Hi everybody, it's Linda again, and I promised you that I'd share the three things that I know for sure. And this is the second thing that I know for sure. It's a technique that I've employed many, many times in my life. And it is visualizing the outcome that you want and describing it in great detail when you've achieved that outcome. Visualizing the future or remembering the future as though it's already happened, even though it hasn't happened yet. Okay, so let's say the pandemic, it's anxiety producing, being in this situation, and there are many people who are suffering deeply, and yikes. And so one of the things that I've been trying to do, although it's difficult because we don't know when it's going to end, there's so much that we don't know. But I'm trying to visualize what it's going to look like, sound like, feel like when this pandemic is over and all the gifts of learning and being with each other and the sense of gratitude. So I'm imagining the celebrations that we're going to have, and what are they going to look like, and who am I going to invite? Well, I'm going to invite the people that helped us get through this. I'm going to be inviting family members who kept in touch virtually. I'm going to be thanking, my doctor's office staff who took care of some of my health problems that I was having while this pandemic was going on. Think of all the people that you're going to want to thank and recognize, and imagine when this is over, and maybe even write it down. What are you going to be saying? How are you going to be feeling? How will things have changed for you? And what will people be saying to you? And what will you be saying to other people? And just kind of take a half an hour and just kind of visualize that as though it's happened. I don't know if you have this ability or if you've ever tried it, but I have this way of seeing things like right here, it's called the third eye, and it's a place where I can see pictures, and especially if my eyes are closed but I'm not asleep. And if you can just visualize the outcome that you want to create as though it's already happened, and then say, once you're in that outcome and you look back and you say, okay, how did I get here? What had to happen in order for us, me and us and my family, to get to this place? And what has to be handled in order for us to get to this place? So it's called remembering the future. It's called visualizing something and articulating the outcome, and then working to make sure that you do what has to happen in order to make it happen. It's kind of like, there's always a sports analogy, right? But it's kind of like when the goalie comes out of the net. And when the goalie comes out of the net in a hockey player, in a hockey game, it makes the net seem smaller. So if you visualize the outcome and then you go back towards it from there, rather than the usual way of doing things, which is we're here, we see that there's something over there that we want to achieve, but it just seems so far away, and there's so many obstacles and there's so many unknowns in our path that it's really hard to be able to imagine getting there. So this is a way of just flipping that whole perspective around and looking at where you are now from the future. Does that make sense? It works. It really works. Try it and let me know, let me know if you have any questions, or if you had any, light bulbs that went on when you tried this. I'd really like to hear about it. It's worked for me. I hope it works for you.